Good morning, student. Welcome back to this second term new academic year. From today onwards, we are going to start for learning lesson number 11, remaining part. Now, lesson number 11, cell structure and microorganism. In previous exam, already we had discussed about few topics of the same lesson. Now, in short only, we will recall them. Now, you have to know that the definition for the cell. Cell is the fundamental structural and functional unit of living organism. Already you had know Robert Hooke discovered the cell. We had learned about measurement and observation of cell also. Afterwards, we had learned about cell size. From that, we had understand there are various types of cells present in our body. In this year, you have two types of cells for learning: animal cell and plant cell. Already we had discussed about cells under the microscope. The various parts are seen: animal cell and plant cell, like cell wall, cell membrane, lysosomes, Golgi body, nucleus, endoplasmic reticulum, vacuoles, cytoplasma, and chloroplast. And we had discussed about difference between them also. We had learned about the common components about plant and animal cell and various functions of these cell organelles which are present inside the cell. Now we are going to start for learning the same topic of the lesson number 11, microorganism. Now what is meant by microorganisms? Already we had know the smallest minute particles which are present everywhere. They are present in water, they are present in soil, they are present in animal body, also they are present in our body also. Understood? And these are very minute, that's why unable to see with naked eyes. Such minute particles are called as microorganisms. Now here we are going to start for learning occurrence of microorganisms. Microorganisms are present. Now see here, occurrence of microorganism. Microorganisms are present in all around. Now I had told air, in water, they are present in our food, soil, sewage, garbage also. Now here you know that already we had discussed about plant cell and animal cells, and including human body also they are present. Some microorganisms from that are solitary, that is why they live singly, like amoeba and paramecium. Their bodies are made from single cell. They like to live in colonies. Some microorganisms live on remain of dead and plant and animal bodies. Here, in this way they are everywhere present in our surrounding. Now, observation and measurement of microorganisms. Now, we cannot see such object. Means who? Do you know? We cannot see the object smaller than 100 micrometer in size with our eyes. So, we make the glass slide of microorganisms and observe them under a compound microscope. However, it magnifies 1000x proves to be insufficient. Then we need to see an electron microscope to observe these microorganisms. Size of some microorganism. Do you know? Paramecium, about 100 micrometer. Bacteria of typhoid, 1 to 3 micrometer. Now poliovirus, 28 nanometer. Microbes measure less than 100 micrometers. Even in this minute organism, their organelles of carry out all the life processes within a single cell. Now, the nature of microorganism. The next topic, nature of the microorganism. Along these sketches you have drawn, do you find any microorganism you see below? What inferences can you draw from their sizes? If we start seeing this variety of microbes which are present in our surrounding, then you will understand. See that paramosia, amoeba, mushroom, aspergillus, spirogyra, penicillium, Euglena, bacteria, volvox. These are the plasmodium, entamoeba, Saccharomyces, chlorella. These are the various types of microorganisms found in a various shapes. They are not in a single one shape. They varies in the various shapes. Now, some microorganisms like fungi that grow on bread or strands of algae in ponds are multicellular. You know that fungus and algae are multicellular. Their bodies are made up from many cells. However, most of the microorganisms such as bacteria, viruses are unicellular. Now, they have somewhat different cellular structure. They do not have the membrane bound organelles found in their eukaryotic cells. The plasma membrane, cytoplasma, nucleoid are their only component. Such cells are called prokaryotic cells. Have you seen the diagrams? See, look this 11.6 prokaryotic cell diagram. Now, what you get to see here? Now, you will get to see the prokaryotic cell is looking like in a capsule. You know your tablet capsule? Yes, like that. Now we are going to see the various names: cell wall, capsule, plasma membrane, nucleoid, cytoplasma, lysosomes, plasmids, and flagellum. Flagellum for the movement of these such type of cells. If they want to move from one place to another, flagellum or single flagella is helping for movement. In such type of cell, the plasma membrane, cytoplasma and the nucleids are only the components of such cells. Here, absence of the what? Absence of membrane bound organelles. Understood? Now here, growth of microorganism. One more thing here, national institutions, National Center of Cell Science, NCCS, Pune is an institute involved in search of this field of cell science, or we can call such cell science cytology. Here biotechnology. These both faculties are here going to be searched. Now, growth of microorganisms. The next part. Each microorganisms needs a specific environment for their growth and reproduction. Many microbes need oxygen for their growth, whereas some microbes can grow without the oxygen. Some microorganisms survive even in extreme and adverse conditions like ocean floor, ice in polar region, hot water spring. During adverse conditions, microorganisms form a thick covering around themselves and stop their life processes. But when they return to their favorable condition, what will happen? They remove their protective covering and continue their life processes. Now, what now where do the microorganisms grow? Medium, soil, water, decaying matter. Temperature 25 degrees Celsius to 37 degrees Celsius. Nutrition, specific nutrient, example algae, chlorophyll, oxygen. Atmosphere, moist, humid and warm. If they got microorganisms got the moist, humid and warm atmosphere, immediately they start showing their growth. According to shape and the life processes, microorganisms are classified as algae, fungi, protozoa, bacteria and viruses. Dear children, there are two types we are going to learn about microorganisms. Are they all useful for us? Yes, all microorganisms are not useful for us. Those who are useful and some are